Yo, brand new video this one. We're going to do something a little different today. So, completely forgot what I was going to say. Yo, welcome back to a new video. This time we're doing something a little different. So, Ollie, you've seen maybe some of the videos. We're going to be doing his room. We're going to be doing some new built-in wardrobes, and we're going to do like an L-shaped desk to fit in. So, stay tuned. We'll see how it goes. And you'll see how his room went from this to this. So as you can see in this part of the video, what I'm doing here is I'm getting the full 8x4 sheets and I'm ripping them down into the smaller panels, and these bits are going to be the verticals for the wardrobe. So as you can see, I got ahead of myself as always. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's the lucky boy. This panel is going to be cut into 3 800s, basically, or just under 800, and they're going to be used as the space kind of tops, bottoms, shelves, all that stuff. So got to get this bit here cut, so the other half of this sheet, another sheet cuts the same, cut them all down to 764 in length, so we cut into 3, and then we'll get our bodies, kind of all the parts of the bodies done, and then Oliver and Molly are going to paint them tomorrow. So as you can see, to rip all these MDF sheets out, I've been using a punch saw. It's not the best one in the world, it's an Ol-Bol one. I've used tools like DeWalt and Festool ones, but it does the job. So these 6 bits here are the top and bottoms of all the main wardrobe bodies. These bits here are all the verticals of each side, so 6 of them, 6 of these. And these 4 bits at the bottom here are a bit smaller. They're going to be the shelves that sit inside the verticals, where these will sit up top and bottom of. So these ones are 800 and these ones are 764. So that's the main MDF bits. There is some bits going in that are going to be of like a melamine with like an oak sort of wood finish, because that's what he wanted to match the desk that we're going to be building as well. So stay tuned. So as you can see, it is getting dark. It's like nearly 8 o'clock, so I'm going to stop cutting soon, so I want to cut as much stuff as I can now. As you can see, this is like oak effect furniture board. This is what Ollie wanted to use. Now, probably not my first choice, but he liked it and he wanted it, and price of it we can deal with. So I'm going to be cutting these down into the smaller sections that are easy to move. I'm probably going to store this in the living room tonight, unfortunately, but we need it to stay flat. So I'm going to cut these down to the size we need. We've got 2 of these. So yeah, let's do that first. The one thing I was a bit wary of using this, because it is already like it's like melamine chipboard we've got over there, basically melamine. Sometimes you can get really bad tear out on the edges and it chips out. Now, if you look on the bottom side, I don't know how well you can see this in this light, but there's little chips on the edge. Same with this side. But on the top, it's actually cut really clean. Like, I'm actually really impressed with that. I was not expecting it. Really happy. These are going to be for some little shelves under his desk. These are then going to tie into shelves in the wardrobe and the top of the desk. So, happy days. So, as I've been working this morning, Molly and Oliver have been busy as hell getting everything out and painted. All the shelf bits, the tops and the bottoms are all done. And then they're starting to do all the sides and that. So, they've been busting their balls, as we say, getting all these bits done. There's lots of bits to be done and painted. We'll get all this done. Next videos you'll see is me screwing these all together and making some actual wardrobe bodies units out of these, and I picked up the plinth feet for these as well today, so see you then. So as you can now see, this bit is one of the end panels that's painted, or at least got one coat and that one there. So what I'm now going to do is I'm going to be marking out, find out which is best end for tops and bottom, be pilot holding along here, again about here for another shelf, and probably here somewhere, and then same on this one over there, and then they're going to be the shelves for like the shoe rack bit at the bottom. So I'm going to put a time lapse on of me kind of getting this first one piloted together, and then maybe either assemble here, maybe assemble here as a whole unit and carry up as one, or I might pilot hole where I want all the holes and then assemble it upstairs. Not too sure. We'll figure out. Stay tuned and we'll find out, because you'll find out when I find out. So as you can see from Molly's amazingly detailed drawing, 800, 800, 800. Hi. 2 meters. Evie's saying hi in the background. But this is basically what we're going for. So.
Shawty said she love me, but I swear she'll never prove it. I never tell her, but I put it in the music. Well, that's okay. All I wanna do is make the best of my whole day. Thank the Lord up above, get the cream on the side, make you laugh to know it. That's the stuff that I love, la da da da. We can be friends if you wanna. We can just talk if you wanna. We can all hands if you wanna.
So, as you've just seen from that time lapse, I've pilot holed the sides for where the shelves are going to go, and the tops and bottom is smaller bits because they're going to screw to and from. So basically when I put the feet on, all the weight's going to actually sit on top of it instead of screwed into the side. But I think it's going to be stronger, so I'm doing it that way. I've done a time lapse now of me basically assembling this one, and if I can, I'm going to start getting the other ones together tonight too. And then next thing you're probably going to see is me starting to put them and fit them into the bedroom. So stay tuned.
Get the facts freaking straight, always on repeat. Like, we could be friends if you wanna. We could just talk if you wanna. We could hold hands if you wanna. Hey, tell me what you wanna do. We could just laugh if you wanna.
So there you go. I did just stop recording when I put this one in. I was going to move the camera and just couldn't be bothered, if I'm honest. But that's the first one. He's going to be using these as like a shoe storage shelves, and obviously there's going to be a rail going in across here somewhere. So that's the body of number one, which is going to be the far right one. Right, so as you can see, it got really dark outside, so we brought things indoors and I've actually started assembling it indoors. So this one here is the middle one. This is going to be drawers. There's going to be a mirror on the back there once against the wall, and there's just a shelf at the top. And that one's already done, like done outside, if you've seen. And now I'm going to get the wood. So, yeah, that's done. As you can see, under here, I've actually put some little tiny old brackets for this shelf, because this is like melamine. I'm not sure how strong it will be screwing through and into that. Now these ends aren't done because there's going to be another one butt up, so you're not actually going to see these. And that's the top of where the drawers are going to go in here. So I'm really happy with how it's coming along. It's time to get all the wood in and build the last one. So there you go, there's the 3 bodies all together. Now what I've got to start doing is this first one at the end, there's the window. I've got to get it all straight level, and if you see up the top in the corner there, there's some metal brackets which need to be screwed to the wall. So I'm going to have to mark them, drill the wall out, and wall plug ready to screw that in place. Once that's screwed in, the middle one will then screw to that one, and then get this one all level and that screwed to that, and also, as you can see up the top there, screw that into place too. So let's get that done. So as you can see on this bit of wood, this is an offcut when we actually cut the tall upright of the wardrobe. But this bit here is 50mm here, and as you can see it pencil on goes all the way through to 61mm there. Now that is going to be the bit that goes in between the end panel of the wardrobe and the wall, because the wall's not straight. And plus, because of the windowsill where it sticks out, I need at least 40mm. So that will go in there, and then when the door opens, it will open straight, which will be perfect. So I'm now going to have to, excuse me, get that cut. Right, so, excuse this mess. So I'm drilling those bits up. Anyway, excuse that. So this bit's the bit I just measured out and shoe outside I've just cut. Now, the back obviously isn't painted because you're not going to see it. And this is the gap that's got to go in. So what I'm going to be using is some little metal L brackets like these. I'm going to screw these onto this side. And then when this is screwed in, this is actually not going to sit in there. It's going to sit kind of like that. So when the doors are fitted, the doors all run flush across the front. Does that make sense? I'll show you when it's done. So this is just an offcut bit we had, but it worked out perfect for a bit we were doing. So this bit I'm now going to cut at 630 high, and then another bit at 630. And then we're going to have 2 shelves in this. This is going to be one of the shelves that go underneath the desk area. So let's get that done and see how it goes, see how it looks. Show where you can see I've got my laser level out, and I've made some marks and some reference points there in the corner, under here the lowest one, and there. What I'm now going to do, let me turn this off. Yeah, so what I'm now going to do is get the 2x2s I've got, which I'm going to screw to the wall, and they're going to be the supports for the desk. So let's get them cut, measured out, and get them fit into place. Which all I was going to do and he still hasn't. So this unit's built. Didn't record it, I don't think, but that little unit's built. This is going to get touched up on this edge. Also put the framework in around here, like I was saying with the laser level. And I've just cut the first bit of top that's going to go here. So 1 second. Look at that. That looks sweet and it fits Parker. Woo-woo. Right, have I been busy? I have done a lot since I showed you the desk, which is there. But it does look good. Right, so let me turn this camera around and show you what else we got done. I didn't want to record it all for you because it's boring as hell, and making drawer boxes is pretty similar to just making the units just a lot smaller. But let me show you, and I'll show you a little like thing I mismeasured but kind of rectified, and because it's for us at home, it's not for a customer, it'll do. So these are the drawer boxes. All the edges obviously from where I've cut, and Oliver is going to touch them all up because he likes touching things up. I'm only joking, he's 14, 15. So these are the drawers. I've got soft closed runners in, but as you can see, if I come down, when I measured these, I was meant to take off 26mm, and for some reason, for the thickness of these, for the actual size of this opening, and I was meant to take off 12.5mm, 13mm to allow a little for the runners. And I took 36mm off for some reason. In my head, I must have just been thinking about the thickness of the MDF. So I've ended up having to cut like a little bit of the 9mm, which I've used for the bottoms of the drawers. But luckily, now it's in, they open fine, and they're all soft close. So I'm going to carry on fitting the other three. Got all the runners there, and I'll show you this bit again. Once they're all fitted, and then what we're going to have to do is get some more MDF later on, paint certain stuff, and then that'll be for the doors, the drawer fronts, and everything. And we're going to be putting a little cupboard under the desk as well, one that closed. We've got little shelves there, like I showed you earlier, and we're going to do same size, but just with a little door in the front. So yeah. So there you go. There's the 4 drawers in place. And also we got the rails cut and fitted as well. But these are looking lovely. Obviously you got to get the drawer fronts on yet. And Oliver's got to touch up the edges, but they're sweet. So it's a new day, and you've seen everything so far, and I've done this video a lot differently because usually I show you so much of me cutting and drilling and doing stuff, but the things I've done in this, the cutting and the drilling and the screwing, is very similar to what I've done in the Making of Mullies videos where I've made all the cupboards. These are just cupboards, but massive, obviously, because it's a wardrobe. So this bit is a door, 4 drawer fronts, another one there, and these are the last 2 doors. Now we're getting all these painted. And I want to say a massive thanks to mate Scott Skyring, because you are a legend, and every time I need something cut or materials after work, you always go out your way to help me out. So massive thanks, bro. And I'm going to get these painted, then we'll go upstairs, and I've got to get my Forstner bit, rotate all the backs, not all right, use a Forstner bit. Muddy sticking a finger up at me, very professionally, very straight. Oh shit. Very straight finger. And Forstner a bit, get the hinges in, mark up on the bodies, and boom, see you upstairs. So there you go. These are the 4 drawer fronts I showed you outside. Obviously you've already seen them open. Obviously the handles should be here tomorrow. This is now Thursday night. So that's the drawer fronts. Also, like I was saying about getting the Forstner bit, one of the doors on, and as you saw, I did paint these, so the inside's all painted, all the hinges are all in and on. The quality for some reason is not in, the picture quality, sorry, for some reason is not great. Obviously then you sweep, and I literally just fitted these, 1 door, 2 door, fitted this one. I've got 1 more to do, so I'm gonna get that fitted, get Ollie to paint these. Yeah, get these fitted and get Ollie to paint them, and then I'll show you what these look like once the last door's on. They're all been painted black, and I've got the handles fitted, so like finished wardrobes other than the plinths, unless I get the plinths done too, because then if I get the plinths done, that's all that done, and I've got to make a little cupboard. So what I might do actually is get everything done and finished, and I'll show you the finished result, and conclude this video. So yeah, I'm pretty chuffed with myself, not gonna lie. So as you can see, Oliver really wanted like a natural wooden handle, And on Amazon, we found these beach mid-century style handles. And as you can see, we've got the doors and fronts on, and Oliver's shouting at me outside. But they're looking sweet, and now just doing that cupboard in the corner. So there you go, just use some little clips of the whole thing. It's all done. Start this last weekend, which we're doing like the first weekend of September. Done a few little evenings during the week, obviously had some other little things and jobs and stuff to do. And I finished it yesterday, there's no Sunday, but it was too dark last night. But everything's done. Excuse the mess and stuff, obviously we've been building and moving stuff around a lot. But the desk's all done, all the wardrobes are done, everything's on soft close. Just all like nice, and I've also put catches in. He wanted these style handles, which actually look really good. But yeah, it's another job and it looks awesome. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one.